Hello guys, my name is TimGot, and today I'll be doing a review on the IS-6, a Tier 8 Russian premium tank, and probably one of my most favorite tanks out there. Why am I saying that? Well, I have the the best score out there in this tank, well, my score at least. I have 170 battles, and my average XP is really good, my average damage is really good, and I'm really just loving this tank and how it plays. It's just like the FCM, I love the FCM, but the IS-6 in my hands is just so much better. So that's the biggest reason why I want to make a review about this thing, because I want to actually make people buy this thing, because this tank is just amazing. You should actually really have this tank in your garage, and I will give you reasons why you should have it in your garage. So let's go over to the stats. This tank has 1,550 hit points. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. It's not too low. It's just average. It weighs 52 tons. Again, that's pretty good. It's not too heavy, because if it's too heavy, it's going to be moving around the battlefield way too slow, and I don't really like that. So 50 tons is perfect for me. It does have a powerful engine, 700 horsepower, and the power to weight ratio on this tank is not the greatest, but it's pretty good. Your speed limit is 35, means at some points you can't really decap in time, or you cannot really get that last kill in time, but I would love to have a little bit more speed in this tank, but 35 usually works. The traverse speed is 26, and it's bad, but it's nothing really special, because knowing that the KV-1 has bad traverse speed, T-150, the KV-3, the KV-4, pretty much every Russian tank that I had always had a pretty bad traverse speed, not really that great. The armor is one of the best things about this tank. 100 in the front, in the whole armor of course, 100 in the side as well, and 60 in the back. Third armor, it has 150 in the front, 150 in the side, and 100 in the back. And take a closer look at the armor in Tank Inspector. So the armor, as you can see, all around pretty damn amazing. If you're fighting against Tier 9 tanks, you will not really bounce too many shots, but against Tier 8s and Tier 7s and Tier 6, you will bounce a lot of shots. So as you can see, 200 on the lower plate, that is really good for a premium tank. As well, on the angled armor in the front, as you can see, it's around 200 to 170. This is pretty much the weak spot on the IS-6. If you're actually fighting with your IS-6, another IS-6, the best way to pen this tank that I've noticed is pretty much the top. The top is the best way to go. Like, the lower plates usually fails. It depends on the way that he's actually facing you. If he's like a little bit angled, you're gonna pretty much bounce all of your shots. So if you're facing an IS-6 with your IS-6, always go for the top right here. You can easily pen that without any problems whatsoever. The IS-6 itself, it has pretty good armor, but usually people can pen you pretty damn easy, like Tiger 2s, Louvers, IS-3s, and stuff like that. They don't really have much problems penning you. Also, don't side scrape too much with this tank, because if you do that, you will show off your little spot up here, and they will be able to shoot you right there, and will be able to pen you every time. So watch out as well for that. But yeah, the biggest weak spot on this tank is pretty much the top. Usually when people go against me that have a low pen gun, they usually aim for my top, and they usually go through that without any problems whatsoever. Like, Lovis and Tiger 2s can pretty much easily pen my cheeks here. As you can see, it's only 200, around 200. But yeah, the armor itself is pretty good for a premium tank, and I really like it. It's not the best out there, but believe me, it does work. So that's pretty much the armor. Let's jump over back to the garage. The other thing that I really like about this tank is the gun. The gun is just amazing. The pen isn't that great, I know. It's only 175 at Tier 8, but usually if you are a pretty experienced player, you will know where to aim at, and you will know where you can actually pen the most guys. Like against tier 8s, if you fight against tier 8s, you will not have too much problems. It's usually against the tier 9s that you will kind of fail. In tier 9s, this tank does underperform. It feels like an underdog. It does not feel good whatsoever. But in tier 8s, this tank can deal a lot of damage. The rate of fire on this tank is 5.13 rounds per minute. Means your reload time is 9.8 seconds, and that's the good part about this tank. Like, that's why I like this tank more than the 112 that I have here in my garage. I pretty much never play my 112 because the just look at this reload time, 13 seconds for the same amount of damage, same accuracy, same aiming time, same pen. It's just not worth it. Of course you have more pen with heat, but that's pretty much it. That's the only difference. And I would rather have DPM than having a little bit more pen with my heat. That's at least how I see. That's how I choose pretty much my guns. I like DPM. You get DPM in this tank. It's not the greatest DPM, but it's pretty good. You do have not too much pen, so if you're not a really that experienced player, stay away from this tank because this tank does require you a lot at shooting at weak spots, and if you don't know weak spots of every tank, you will fail with this tank. With gold shots, 217 is pretty good, but against tier 9s, it's still not enough. That's what at least what I have noticed when I play this tank. Like, if you meet Isanu 5, you're pretty much done. You cannot really go against him. You can pen his commander's hatch if you get lucky, but usually you will just bounce most of your shots. So yeah, going against tier 9s with this tank usually does completely fail. So yeah, dispersion as well, 0.346. It's not that great. The accuracy is pretty damn bad. Aiming time again, 3.4 seconds. It's kind of terrible, but after a while you will learn how to play with this aiming time, especially if you have vertical stabilizer and fence. Like, you can also have engaged gun lane drive. I had that first, but I realized I wanted the DPM and not the engaged gun lane drive, so I put on the improved ventilation class, and I've been performing better with defense in my reason. Like, I'm sure some people will perform better with the engaged gun lane drive, but I just want to have my crew a little bit better than others. That's why I'm using fence. I also used, when I had this tank, I also used the extra combat rations, but it wasn't that great. It actually was, like, I got a couple of times on fire, so I switched that out for my medic kit. Then my freaking gunner and my commander died, and no, like, don't put that on. Like, in my opinion, it's just, every time I have that on, something, or I go on fire, or my crew members die. So yeah, in my opinion, just stay away from the extra combat rations. Just don't touch that. I'm using the crew from the IS-4. I'm pretty much training that. They're almost at the point of reaching the 4th skill. Pretty damn close to that. So yeah, we'll hopefully get my 4th skill going. The first thing that you really need on your crew, if you want to play heavy tank, is 6th sense and repair. Repair is especially needed because getting tracked is very annoying, especially if you get tracked in the open, means you will probably die. So yeah, watch out for that. Just trying to get repairs and 6th sense first. Your turret traverse speed is 24. It's pretty damn bad. It's a Russian tank. Like, usually Russian tanks don't have too much traverse speed or turret traverse speed, in my opinion. The fuel range is 357 as well. That is lacking on this tank. 350 for a tier 8 tank is pretty damn bad. Like, you really not want that on wow, that I pronounced that really weird, on a tier 8 tank. Single range is 469. Again, that's pretty bad compared to like every other tier 8, like 800s. This one has 750. The Pershing is almost 800s. 800, like, some freaking tier 4 tanks have more than the IS-6. So yeah, the radio single range is pretty damn bad. Same thing for the fuel range. The fuel range is terrible. It's really not that good. But that's pretty much a tank on paper. I got 3 replays ready for you guys. So yeah, let's jump over to the first one. So here we go. The first game I'm playing on Mines is its standard battle. Don't really like Mines too much. It's a really small map. Well, having a small map with this tank is kind of good because your fuel range is terrible. But still, I'm not a big fan of small maps. I like having a little bit bigger maps. Well, no, that's not completely true. I like Engsk. Engsk is a great map. It's a really small map, but it's a great map. This map works at some points for me. It does not always work. Depends on the teams, usually. So there we go. First side shot into the 121. 431 damage. And an AMRAC on the K1S. Great play by the K1S on our team there. 843 is a one shot. I just aim for him. And I'm just making sure my shot does go in because that guy needs to die. I don't want to miss my shot and let my team die. Tiger 1 starts aiming for me. I realize I need to fall back here. And yeah, I'm playing very aggressive in the middle. Usually I go more to the right side on the map, like right around here somewhere. Going in the middle with a heavy tank does not always work. At some points it does work, but with this tank it can't really work too much. So a Tiger 2 with a top turrets, I do have problems penning that. I can only pen him in the commander's hatch, and with this 0.46 accuracy, that's not going to happen. I'm probably going to miss most of my shots because the gun is just not accurate. Tiger 2 is not aiming for me, means I can just come out and put a nice shot into his turret. There we go, 372 damage. A pretty good roll. ASUS is pushing up as well. I go back to my P because I know I can pen that guy. He gets tracked, he's completely in the open. I aim, shoots, and there we go, 390 damage. Our average, not too bad, and not too good. And yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to keep up the average damage of 2,500, if I'm correct. So yeah, every game I'm aiming for around 2,500 damage. If I get that, I'm very happy because I'm trying to keep that around there somewhere. And yeah, Tiger 2 is falling completely bad because he cannot handle me penning him everywhere, so he just completely fell back. And right now I'm just kind of waiting for something to happen because I don't want to push up too fast and die. I loaded back my APCR because Tiger 2 is a dangerous target and I don't want to waste too much time aiming for his weak spots. And even if I shoot and it misses, then yeah, you can get another shot into me, so I don't really want that. I'm gonna go do my APCR so I can easily pen him. At this point, nothing is really happening. IS-6 is 2 shots, and I know that. I know that the Tiger 2 kind of fell back, so I'm just relaxing. I went into this position right here because I knew that the IS-6 was not... I'm not sure what the IS-6 was doing, but I kind of realized that he was actually going to push out, so I just fell back into this position where he cannot actually see me, as you can see. He will come out, take a shot, and then he will realize, oh, that guy is actually able to shoot me. But that's going to be already too late when that happens. And yeah, there we go. IS-6 is pushing out. He has no idea I'm here. Aim for his lower plate. Get lucky and pen him. 2,000 damage so far. 6 shots. We're not doing too good. He shoots, but sadly bounces. Aim for his turret. But he does get away with that. K1S shoots, but sadly he bounces. His pen. He has the same pen as me, but penning the lower plate of the IS-6 is pretty damn hard. I realized that at this point that the Tiger 2 was on the other side of the map, means I can just push up here, take maybe one shot, and kill this IS-6 that is camping on the hill. So I'm just coming up slowly. I want to make sure I have him. Shoot him in the lower plate with gold, but sadly get unlucky, and I just bounce that. I do angle my armor to him, so he does bounce his shot as well. And yeah, knowing that the IS-6 cannot really, cannot really do much against me, I'm just like trying to get a shot into him. He gets lucky. He shoots me in the top, kills my loader, and kills my AMRAC as well. Not sure how he did that, the AMRAC part. I didn't think the AMRAC was in my turret, but that's cool, I guess. See his turret, I just shoot random, and I get very, very lucky there by pinning him in the side cheek. I didn't really expect that to happen because I only have 217 penetration, so I didn't really expect that to pen. ET8 can't really do too much against me, so it's pretty much free damage. Aim into his weak spot. And yeah, right now it's game over for this guy. This guy can try, but he will not pen me. If I'm correct, he has the top gun, but it's just not possible. And yeah, there we go. One more shot, and he's out of the game. I just go to Ichi, just to be sure I have the guy. I don't want to, like, miss my shot, because 0.46 accuracy is just terrible. And yeah, there we go. We just make sure we have that guy. 3k damage, 3 kills. We are going pretty strong right now. And yeah, Tiger 2 and D34 are on the right side, kind of wrecking my team. Black Prince, nice little side shot into him as well, and it's game over for that guy. And knowing that the IS-2 and the Yak Tiger and the ET-15 are all camping in E4, I don't want to just like push in, if you know what I mean. I'm just like making sure I can actually just get some easy shots into them. And yeah, Yak Tiger got 2 shots into me. I don't think I was actually spotted at that point, so I really got unlucky there. So yeah, right now I'm just waiting for the perfect moment to push up and actually rank those guys. Yak Tiger gets spotted, and I realize that he's not able to shoot me right now. Go for his lower plate, but sadly I do bounce that. I go over to my APCR just to make sure I actually can kill that Yak Tiger, but I don't really have any shots on him, and I was like, let's just push up at this point. I will push up in a second because I don't have patience. As you guys know me, I'm not a TD player. I am not a player that likes to camp, so I'm just going straight in here. If I go straight in here, I will proxy spot the IS-2, Yak Tiger, and the ET-15. Already get spotted. Go back, aim for him, put a nice little shot into him, 427 damage, and it's game over for that guy. Nobody's killing him at the moment, so I pre-aim again, just to be sure. But then I realized that the Yak Tiger is actually pushing up on me. Go for his lower plate, 410 damage. And I'm just making sure what those guys are actually doing right now. Yak Tiger is still going for the push. Goes in, shoots the ground. I bounce his frontal, and yeah, he made a mistake here by actually putting his ass to the rock. Well, it was a good play, but he's not really backing off from it. So he's just like kind of standing against the rock, but not really doing too much, as you can see. And yeah, it's game over for this guy. This guy did not need to push in. He just needs to relax and, like, pretty much kill him. 80-15 went as well for me. Aim for his weak spot, but sadly he gets killed by Ferdinand. And yeah, here we go. That's the game. Pretty good game. Didn't get my top gun sadly at the end, but 4.6k damage. Pretty good. I was really happy with that. Let's check out the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got Ace Tanker, High Caliber, and Steel Wall. A pretty awesome game in general. I did play very aggressive. Went into kind of weird position where I usually don't go in, but it did work, so I was really happy about that. 19 shots fired, 18 hits, missed one of my shots, inbounds 2 of them. But with the 16 penetrating shots, added 4,647 damage. Received 12 hits, 6 of them were penetrations and 6 of them were bounces, and I also blocked 1,300 damage by my armor. Had a pretty awesome game there. Also made a profit of 90k. Pretty good. That's not too bad. I like having, like, I did fire a lot of gold shots, so that's pretty much how I lost my money there. But I was just making sure that I could actually kill those guys. But yeah, this was the first replay. Let's jump over to the second one. So here is the second game. As you can see, I am playing on Himmelsorf, my favorite map. It is Winter Himmelsorf, to correct myself here, and it's Encounter. Enjoy Encounter a little bit. Like, I enjoy Encounter, but not always, depending on the team. Some teams like just go straight in for the cap, and I hate that. But I like the teams that actually just play the map more like passively in a way. Like, I don't like people that just go straight to the cap and, like, win the game. I hate when that happens. But if they play the map like this, I like when people actually go to the hill and try to work on the hill. So, a pretty good matchup. Only 5 tier 8 tanks, and that is it. They're pretty hard to pen. Like, the IS-3 is hard to pen. SP is hard to pen. But I just want to get up the hill here as fast as I can, because the hill is very important for me. I can't really stay down here and take shots, so I'm just going straight up the hill, knowing those guys can't shoot me right now. And yeah, it's an IS-6 and IS-2. Those guys are easy kills. So I'm gonna go for them first because I'm sure that I will kill those guys. IS-3 gets spotted, so I just go for the IS-2 instead. Sadly, bounds because I didn't really aim my shot there. And I thought I was going to pen that one, but I really got unlucky. Aim for the Black Prince, weak spot, and there we go. Nice little pen into him. 438 damage. A pretty good roll, not too bad. Good thing I have a great DPM here. 8 seconds reload time means I can do a lot of damage to the low tiers here. 425 damage again. And that's why I like the IS-6. I like dealing damage, or this high amount of damage, every 9.8 seconds or 10 seconds. There we go. Another shot into the IS. 380 damage. And yeah, it's pretty much, this is the biggest reason why I like this tank. Because this tank is preferential matchmaking, means this tank will never meet tier 10. And believe me, if this tank ever met tier 10, oh my god, it would be so bad. This tank cannot perform against tier 10. Let's just go with that. It can barely perform against tier 9. So yeah. Again, weak spot. 369 damage, a pretty good roll. 4 shots fired, 1.6k damage, and yeah, we're doing pretty good. Not bad at all. IS-2 showing off his lower plates, aim for his sides. He did angle at the end, so I really got unlucky with that. IS-3 is pushing up completely. I just go for this IS-2 instead because he is a one-shot, so I'm just making sure he's out of the game. Again, didn't really aim that one too well, and I just went on the upper plates, and yeah, really got unlucky with that. IS-3 as well, getting very unlucky. AMRANKed by T29. That guy must be laughing right now. I really love AMRANKs. I don't care if they're even on my teammates. The best AMRANKs are on your platoon mates. That's how I see it. There you go, nice little shot into the side of the turret of the IS-2. And yeah, those are the best AMRANKs that I also love is when I'm platooning with somebody. And we have TeamSpeak running in the background, and they get AMRANKed, and I'm like next to them. Oh my god, they rage, and I just laugh my pants off. Wow, my pants. I laugh my pants off. Wow, that is amazing, Tim. That is just amazing. So yeah, the IS-3 is a one-shot. He does get killed by the other two, and at this point I realize we can now push in. There's no need for us staying back. I'm just making sure the shot goes in. Aim for his lower plate. 430 damage. Don't really want to bounce those kind of shots. The other 4 is here. I can put a nice shot into him. Aim for his toll, 422 damage. SP here as well, but I don't really care too much about him. I care about the C34 because he's more important. Go again for his lower plates, and this guy is pretty much oblivious to me being here. He does realize at the end that I'm actually pushing this guy, but I just completely go in and he just forgets about me, I guess. And yeah, put a nice little shot into his lower plate again. 4,000 damage so far. We are going pretty strong. I know my DPM is better than his, so I'm not really scared of him. And yeah, there we go. We kill him. 17 damage. It's not that much, but it's something. So, our team pretty much destroyed the hill completely. They only got 4 tanks, like the T-44, Tiger 1, E-25, and the Soufflé. Soufflé, awesome tank. Does get killed by the Tiger 1. The Soufflé is like... I don't understand what people actually hate on that tank. So a lot of people dislike the Soufflé. Like, you have a 12.8 gun on a tier 7 tank. Like, why are you hating on this tank? I just don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Only got 1 EP left, and then it's all EPCR and E3. In that game, I only fired EP. I got still 8 gold shots left. And yeah, at this point, I don't know what I was doing. I have no idea. Maybe I was like just checking something out on Skype or something like that. And yeah, T-44 is in B2. E-25, last position was in D3. He is a fast tank, so he's probably... Yeah, there we go. He's back in C5. Means I can probably hit him if he comes around here. I'm not going to aim for him because I don't have the patience for that. I just shoot. Almost hit him. That was a very, very close shot. But I do sadly miss. And now I go over to my gold shots. E-25 is still escaping. And I was like, I'm not in the mood for that tank. I'm just going for the T-44 because I know I can actually do damage against him. Well, I can do damage against E-25 as well, but E-25, it's just way too annoying. He does get a nice little shot into my back, but I still ignore him. I just don't care about him. I care about this tier 8, and the tier 8 is in the museum, or no, that's actually not a museum. It's like, how do you call that? a train station. Yeah, it's a train station. Wow. And yeah, he's inside of that, just chillaxing, killing this T-29. He's a one-shot now. He will. Yeah, there we go. He kills him, and now all the damage is for me. He does get shot by my friendly in the side. I do put him on fire, and of course, he has no fire extinguisher because fire extinguishers are for noobs. 3 kills, 5k damage, a pretty awesome game. Let's take a look at the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got Ace Tanker, High Caliber, and Steel Wall. Pretty awesome game. 1,400 basic XP, 19 shots fired, 18 hits, and 13 penetration. So I bounced 5 of my shots and missed 1 of my shots. But with the 13 penetrating shots, I did 5,000 damage. So I had a pretty awesome game. Also bounced 3,000 damage by my armor. Not sure how I did that one. As you can see, I bounced 9 shots in total. So I had a pretty good. Great game there. Made a profit of 106k. I didn't fire too much gold this game. I think I only fired 1 shot of gold and that was it. But other shots were all AP. So yeah, pretty good game. Pretty good profit. Was really happy about this. And yeah, let's jump over to the last game. So here is the third replay. As you can see, I'm playing on Siegfried Line, and this game was pretty awesome. I'm sure some of you guys have already seen this on Highflyer's channel. He already has posted this replay, and I need to post this as well because, oh my god, this game was amazing. My most ever XP, and I think my most ever money earned in one game. And yeah, I was pretty damn proud about this game. The matchup was perfect. Only one guy that I was actually scared of, that was the Tiger 2. And he was actually not a real good player, as you can see. And he's probably a bot, because 24k games and those stats, that's kind of bad. So Tiger P, I know I can pen him easily in the weak spot, so I just go out, put a nice shot into his weak spot, 420 damage. And so yeah, those guys can't really pen me, so I'm kind of just chillaxing here, putting little nice shots into them. And you will see 2 guys annoying me this whole battle. Like this KV2, and I think it's the SU or something else, or the IS, I'm not sure which tank it was. But you will see later on in the game that a couple of guys will be very annoying against me, gonna be a lot in my way. So Tiger P is losing a lot of HP, so I just go out, try to put a nice shot into his weak spot. There we go. 387 damage, a pretty good roll, not too bad. Again, the KV2 being in my way, I cannot fall back, but it doesn't really matter too much. I get hit by Borsig, 373 damage by him, and yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's the IS and the KV2. Those guys are going to be the most annoying people possible in a game. They will be pushing me out, just being in my way, not helpful, not even killing people, just being annoying, and that's pretty much it. Borsig shot, I heard it, so I can just come out and finish him off. And yeah, 2k damage so far, 6 shots fired. We are doing pretty good, not bad at all. K1S is not looking at us, means an easy kill. There we go. And me just looking at this game, I want to play this tank again, because that's how much I love this tank. This is one of my favorite tanks to play. D21 does kill the one annoying guy. We still have the IS left. He's going to be annoying as well. Tiger 2 is not aiming for him. I just go for his turrets. Get very lucky with that shot. 386 damage. A pretty good roll. It's below my average, but I can live with that. Aim for his lower plates, knowing that I'm not going to pen that, but I still can try. And yeah, I don't really get lucky with that, and it just goes low, and I don't pen him. Tiger 2 fell back, and I was like, ah, fuck him. Let me just go for the IS here instead, because he is proxy spotting me, and I don't really like that. So I'm just trying to find a position where I can actually shoot him. The IS just went into a retarded position. I don't know why he did this. There was no need for him doing something like this. He has a top gun, if I'm correct, and he's playing his tank like that. I go for his weak spot, 394 damage, and again, this IS is going to be annoying. You will see why. They're going to be moving forwards and backwards when I'm trying to aim here. You will see. I put a shot, but sadly it goes low, straight into the rubble. Aim again for his weak spot, but this guy comes out, and I'm just trying to find a shot at them, but I just can't because the guys are just being way too annoying. And yeah, there we go. We finish him off right on time. 4 kills, and our team is not doing too good. We have 3,200 damage. At least we have that. We have our average, so I'm happy about that. T25/2 got spotted, and I'm not really scared of him. I just come out, put a nice shot into him. Below my average, but I can live with that. T-20 prototype is a one-shot. That's good, meaning one of the most dangerous tanks is easy to kill. And yeah, there we go. We just come out, do a snipe shot, and kill him as well. 25 just shot means I can come out, probably take another shot from him, and finish him off instead, and secure my Tom gun. There we go. 4,000 damage, 6 kills, only 1 EP shot left, and then we have all EPCR. So Tiger 2, again, one of the most dangerous tanks, again, is a one-shot, so that's good. Like, I'm not really just too scared of this matchup. I just go and load up my Ichi, knowing that with Ichi, I will one-shot him. I don't want to bounce him, like, I don't want to spend my gold shot into him, so I just go to Ichi and make sure I actually can kill the guy right in time. Kiones gets spotted as well. He shoots, but sadly bounces. And I'm just trying to go into a position where I can actually handle 4 guys, knowing that the IS is not going to be effective or useful. So I'm just trying to find a position where I can actually make my last hand. My first thought was actually going right here. Then I realized I can because already 4 guys are pushing me. Tiger 1 is full HP. That is good, means I will get more damage from him. Tiger 1 is not the greatest player. Kionas is pushing up on me as well. I just go for him, kill him off, and then it's only this Tiger 1 and this C44 left. The Max will come up later as well. But I'm not sure why the C44 is playing that passive. If I was at T44, I would push up on me and just try to flank me, but nope, he's just like snapping from the back. And that's pretty much how they lose this game. We'll lose this game. 444 damage, pretty good roll. Max is coming out as well. I aim for him because he's a pretty dangerous tank. His gun is pretty damn annoying. Put a shot into his lower plate, and 9 kills. Tiger 1 is left here, and I'm just going backwards and forwards so he cannot really aim for my weak spots. He does still pen me. If I'm correct, it was just, yeah, right here in my cheeks. Easy pen for the most tanks that have around 200 penetration. And yeah, he's a one-shot now, and he cannot really do much against me. You finish him off as well here. There we go. And now it's only a T44 left. 10 kills, 6,000 damage, and a stock T44. At this point, I was panicking, and I don't want to lose this, you know. At this point, if you have such a game like this, you don't want to lose this, you know. So I was just trying to attack this T44 more passively. But really, like, looking at this replay, I realized the tank is completely stock. I don't think I saw that when I was actually engaging this guy. But this guy is completely stock, so he cannot even pen me. He's firing gold, I'm firing gold, but with his gold, he cannot really do too much damage. His turret breaks. He cannot really turn his turret anymore. He's trying to get away, but sadly, I reload in time and kill him off. 11 kills, 6,600 damage. Just an amazing game, amazing carry, and yeah, I was really happy about this game. Let's jump over to the after battle reports. So here's the after battle reports. You can see I got E-Sanker, Pulse Metal, High Caliber, Top Gun, and Steel Wall. 177,000 credits. I don't think I ever got more than that. And 3,761 XP on a non-double. Means I got 2,000 base XP pretty much. And yeah, really awesome game. I was really happy about my performance here. 26 shots fired, 24 hits, missed twice, bounced 1. And with 23 penetrating shots, I did 6,679 damage. A pretty awesome game. I was really happy about this game. My best game ever so far. Only made 106k profit because at the end I was firing gold because I had nothing else left. So yeah, that's pretty much why I didn't earn so much credits from this game. But yeah, still an awesome game. Hopefully you will guys now buy the IS-6 after this review. Hopefully you will, because the IS-6 is just amazing. Of course, you need to be a little bit skilled for the IS-6 because the tank is kind of hard to play in the beginning. But if you get the tank, if you get used to the tank, you will just love it. You will love it. It's just so good. But yeah, this was my review on the IS-6. If you actually did enjoy this, guys, you can obviously leave a like, subscribe, and comment. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.